What's going on, everyone? It's time to do the sequel to the Christmas classic slasher film, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. It was released April 10th, 1987, produced by Lawrence Applebaum, written by Joseph H. Earl, and co-written, edited, and directed by Lee Harvey, who actually edited the original one, who actually edited the killing violent death scenes and stuff into it too. But yeah, he only did directed two other films, like All That Heaven Allows and Too Hot to Handle. And this had a budget of $250,000 and had a box office earnings of just over $154,000 because it pretty much went straight to video right away. It had like a quick little theater run and then went straight to video. Yeah, and where it ended up being quite the cult classic it's become. So yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Well, the first like half of this movie is basically a recap of the first one, footage of the first movie. So it's basically a Frankenstein picture. Yeah, and you have an older Billy's brother, younger brother, like Tommy or whatever, yeah, is in a mental institution because he sees the same visions as Billy does now, even though he was a baby when it happened. And yeah, so he's living through it and talking to a therapist and telling him the story of how his brother went and killed people and stuff. And then lo and behold, it makes him go on a killing rampage as well. And as the story goes, he basically goes and starts just going on a massive killing spree in the middle of the summertime in California. Yeah, and yeah, there is some pretty amusing deaths in this one. They do have some cool scenes of like an umbrella through the body and things like that. And it has one of the most iconic, so bad it's good meme lines out there. Garbage day. Yeah, and then yeah, that face and stuff like that, you'll never regret it. But yeah, that's all come from this film, and just the way I like the way they actually staged this. I don't mind that they used like older footage of the first film to tell like the backstory in case people didn't know it, and then they did like their own like little things to emphasize the story more and that the killings more and stuff. It was really good and really well put together that way. And I like a lot of like the violent killing scenes in this one too. It was pretty well put together for what it was and stuff. I don't think it's as bad as most people say it is. It does take a while to get started, but once the new killing scenes are shown and how the brother tries to take revenge on the nurse or the nun, she's yeah, it gets pretty gruesome and pretty violent. The effects are really well done. The acting's pretty cheesy and hokey, but it's supposed to be like that, I guess. And overall, I thought it was a pretty decent follow-up for a film. It's pretty cheap looking in some scenes, but overall, it's still a lot of fun. And that's what you want in these movies, is a lot of fun. And yeah, it's violent and brutal, but overall, it's still a good follow-up, and it ties in pretty well with the first one. So what can you say with that? There's not much really to ripe about it. It's so bad it's good mostly, so it's nothing really terrible to point out or anything like that. So I'm just going to give this a 3 out of 5 as well, because I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, just as much as the first one. I kind of actually did this in a double header. So yeah, it was with the first one. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting sit there. But yeah, it was fun, just as much fun as the first one. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. I'll link the whole movie down below on a website that you can watch it for free. I'll link it down below so you can check it out if it sounds like something you're interested in. And also link down below is my Instagram, so I always post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories, you have the film title and hashtag and subject on film and hashtag so you're aware of it. And also my Letterbox is down below as well. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. So follow me on those two platforms and look at this channel, like this video, share it to more people, wherever. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And also, if you have any films or film franchise in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And also, if you want me to do the rest of the sequels of this film franchise, let me know as well. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. I think there's like 6 of them in total, so I have 3 others to do. But yeah, for now, I'm Silent Night, Deadly Night out for now. So we'll tune in again later, maybe to talk about the rest. But yeah, but comment down below if you want me to do the sequel sooner rather than later. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together, somewhat like this. And also so you can hear my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things. And don't forget to ring that bell because I'm going to start going in and looking at another movie that a lot of people is terrible and I haven't seen it yet. So I think I might sit through the 2019 Black Christmas remake and see how bad that is. We'll see how bad that is. I'm very curious. So I'm going to check that out next. So make sure you tune in for that review. And yeah, watch out for all those psycho kids trying to pose as Santa Claus and kill us off. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.